Coach, obviously last week wasn't the outcome that we wanted, um, but I want to talk about post game. I saw pictures of these guys running after the game. I haven't seen their post match. It looked like I don't want to say it was like a punishment, but I saw these guys running after the game. Something I haven't seen really. Was that because of the outcome of the game?
No, it was not a clear punishment. So the reason was to start the recovery directly after the training, and for sure mentally to think about the performance, especially in the first half, which we played against New England. But it was not a real punishment. And after the game, we had 2 days off. So and I don't want then to say, okay, we have to train the next day and to analyze then the whole game on Sunday. So for me, it was then more important that the group start to talk about the game in a whole group all together. And the best way is then to run a little bit, but it was a minor load.
Thanks, good, Anthony.
Coach, there were a lot of players that were not the usual starters for obvious reasons. After the game, I had kind of asked if there were any positives you saw from them. Now that you've had a few more days and been able to rewatch the game, were there any positives that you saw from the likes of Dennis, Sofu, things like
Yeah,
that?
it was positive things as well in this game, in the last game, and when we analyzed the back four behavior, for example, it was from when we compare this from the week before, I think 3 changes from the positions with fullbacks and center backs. So this was the first time they played together. So, but. And for me as a head coach, it could be very easy to say after the game, okay, we missed some players and something like that. But to be honest, I was very angry and I was not satisfied with the performance from the whole team, and not only from a part of a player or 2 players or something like that, from the whole team, how we played together, especially in the first half. So, and my feeling was, and this feeling was the same after the game, and 1 day later after the game when I watched it on video. So with this starting lineup, so it was possible to get the result, and this is why I was angry. So, but now we analyzed this very clear with the groups and also individual, and we had this topic then on the whole trainings week now for us, which is very important to make our to create our situations in our offense, in our transition moments, in our build-up moments. So we analyzed this, and now I'm sure. So we will give now the best answer now, hopefully then on the next game on Saturday.
We'll go back to Anthony.
So O'Connor didn't make the start and said you were with the Nealis brothers next to each other. How do you feel about O'Connor's progress, and will we see him potentially make a start with so many players continuing to be out due to tournament?
Yeah, we will see. So the minutes, and I mentioned this after the game as well. So he made it very well. The last home game. So these minutes was, I don't know, 15 minutes, something like that. So and he made a good progress in the last training sessions and the whole season since our first day. So but now we have to continue our process and his development as well, individual, and then we will see how we manage then the minutes. So. This is then for the next days and for the next games. This is the answer for me as a head coach, and to make the starting lineup or to make the roster then to be successful for the games.
We'll go to Mark on Zoom.
Hey, Coach. Sorry I couldn't be there today.
It's okay.
Talk to us a little bit about having Emil back and what it means for the whole squad, having him as an option, obviously, more than an option this weekend against Nashville.
Yeah, we will see. So hopefully he can train tomorrow. So today this was more individual program for him, and we will see tomorrow in which spot he is after the national games. And it's good to have him now, to have an option maybe in the starting lineup or to come then from the bench.
Next, we go to Voss on Zoom.
How's it going, Coach? Best of luck on Saturday's match. And
Thank you.
Your side was fifth in MLS in goals scored per match at 1.8 goals, but we saw a little bit of that offense struggle when the likes of Forsberg and Morgan out. What has your team done to try to improve on that stat to keep that standard equally as high when they're away?
Yeah, I think it's the main part in the last game, and we analyzed this, the whole coaching stuff, what I mentioned before, is with the group, with our 10 positions, with our strikers, with our 6 position, with our back 4. The main part on last Saturday was our deep runs, that we need more deep runs in some spaces, in special moments, that we find a good timing when we make the last pass in the final third from our 10 position or from our 6 position. And this is what we have to get a better timing in these moments. When is the moment for the last pass for our 10 position, and clear situations for our deep runs. And this is what I said. This was the main part in the whole trainings week now, and this is very important for our game, to have these dangerous moments for the opponent.
Next, we go to Christian on Zoom.
Hi, good afternoon, Coach. I wanted to ask you about a particular player, Dante Vanzier. He does a lot for the team when it comes to pressuring teams and being able to hold up play. But in recent games, it seems like there's a lack of confidence, even the body language on the field. Perhaps, there's something. What's your analysis on Dante? Have you seen him struggling with something? And what are some words of encouragement that you have given him in order to be able to perform at a high level with the team?
Yeah, we talked about all these topics. I had a great conversation with him individual on Monday directly. So it's not only Dante Vanzier. I think we have to find a good balance from each position to find him in a good position, and then is also the responsibility from all strikers, not only from Dante, to come in a good position. I think this is very important for us, to find a good balance from each position, with the timing for the final pass, and also with the timing for these deep runs, and to find a good balance and a good connection, both strikers together with our 10 position. And so it was not so easy now, because we had a lot of changes now in the starting lineup. But against New England, I'm sure with a higher performance of each position, not only from our strikers, of each position as a team, we were able to get a result there.
Next, go to Gary on Zoom.
Good afternoon, Coach. It was good to see you again. The last time you faced this squad was back in the opening weekend versus Nashville. It was a 0-0 draw. What have you seen with them so far that you've been able to see your way to get some goals, and more importantly, keep the winning streak alive at home?
Yeah, they have a new coach now. It's not the same head coach now like our first game, a road game in Nashville. So they have a new head coach now, and they have the structure 4-3-3. Then sometimes Mukhtar plays as a 10 position. So they are, for me, it's a good quality in this team, and with the striker, with the winger players, especially with these deep runs. So in this case, this is where we have to defend very strong on Saturday. So good quality, a team with a good quality, with a structure, with a back 4. Then they had some games they played with 3 center backs, but I think now the last games they played as well with back 4. So good structure, good 6 positions. For me, it's a very good team, in especially then also in the individual quality and the tactical principles. So we have to be ready. Now we are playing in our home game, in our home stadium. So this is we need the whole support as well, like the last home games. And so then to find for us the best performance, the best emotions, the best level in our group to get these 3 points.